Hey everybody, this is Addie Noodle, and this is a magical scroll that's going to take us on an artistic adventure. I have an art challenge that my friend gave me today, and it is inside this scroll with this really cool wax seal on it. And because my friend came to see me at my booth at the art festival I was just at, which there's a really tiny video in case you want to see how that setup went. Okay, so like I was saying, my friend came to see me at my booth, and if you look at the little inset B-roll stuff, that is when he came to visit me, and we opened this scroll while he was there. And I filmed it because that's what I do. So you can see it's already been opened. And so now we're going to open it again and take a look at what's inside. And what's inside is a piece of paper. Woo! So we are going to use my super sparkly kitty dice that I got at Gen Con last year to figure out which prompts from this piece of paper we are going to follow. You can take a look at this list if you would like. I am just gonna roll and see what happens. Because I think the way he set this up, I can just go chicka 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 and go, oh my goodness, that's a big 2 right there. Oh no, 2 limbs. Sorry, Ryan. Actually, 2 limbs might be harder than 6 limbs. All right, D4 is also 2. In case you don't know how to read a D4 because you've never had to, the number at the top is the number that you've rolled. And then there's a cat. Meow, meow. So I will be doing a fire creature with 2 limbs. We want this one next. And this one was a 3. Oh no. Oh no! 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 3 is slime. No! Okay, I double checked and it's definitely an 8, which is, oop, confused. I mean, oh, can you see this? I'm sorry. There we go. It's confused. And I would be too if I was a slimy creature of fire with 2 limbs. So, yeah. And this is 8. Ooh, crippled. Okay, so before we carry on, I want to have a brief chat about something, and that is the word crippled. I had a talk with my friend. So I used to work at a local place where I worked with adults with developmental disabilities and differently abled people, and they did not like the word crippled, and so it seems odd to me to use it. But not everybody knows that, and I am trying to find a way to say this without sounding pretentious, because I definitely don't know everything, but do just talk to people. You don't need to be mean. And that goes for in the comments too. I've only had a couple rude comments show up on my channel, but I just delete them, so I appreciate you guys being awesome. And now back to the rest of the video. And then this is a 9. What? It is a stuffed animal. Oh, that's awful. Okay. Oh no. And then the back is a 9 as well. Also, I'm not really impressed with this D20. I don't like them with the kind of more roundy edges. Anyways, let's go on the back and see what a 9 is. Oh no, okay. It is a devil. Okay, all right. I feel like all of this just works somehow together. Okay. So now we go into the sketch phase. I will write down all of these things that I need to know, and then we'll do some sketching. Let's review. So we have the element of fire with 2 limbs and slimy skin, who is confused, and obviously we're going to use the word injured here. Yep. And I kind of like the idea of making it like a cute thing who lures you in and tricks you with his injury, but we'll see. And he is a devil, so that would kind of fit him with that. And this stuffed animal thing was under the object heading, so I think he's supposed to have a stuffed animal with him. So now it sounds like we're doing like a young sort of fire elemental devil thing with slimy skin and 2 limbs. I got nothing. So let's sketch this. It's even more beautiful than I thought it would be. He's gonna have an arm that he's holding up like this and an arm that's holding him up. And then he's gonna have giant eyeballs. Yes. Yep, this is what we're doing. Yes. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever drawn. Okay. So I've gotten really away from doing any sort of time-lapse stuff, but I thought maybe it would be okay for these little sketches just so that you could kind of see what I was thinking as I was trying to design this character, but maybe you didn't want to sit there and watch me for 20 minutes while I argue with myself. Yeah, guys, this is it. I can't get past this one, I think. It's so ridiculous that this one makes me feel sad for him. Whereas this guy, he's like, my arm's a little hurt, but I can still keep on going. And yeah, I think that's a great attitude for our weird slimy devil friend to have. So we're gonna go with him. So I was trying to decide if I wanted him to be turned so that he'd go the long way, and I was like, no, what I really want is to do a whole bunch of these weird things. I mean, my friend put a lot of effort into making that list, so don't be surprised if that shows up in future videos. Okay, so we're gonna put his eyes here and kind of eyebrows. Here's his little nose. So I ran into an unfortunate problem that I actually remember now that it happened to me, that it's happened to me before, which is that when I draw with dark colored, with soft pencils in the sketchbook, it does not erase very well. And here I just tried to lighten the lines so that I could go over them with, I think these are my Staedtler fine liner markers that I've had for a while now. They're really nice markers. I really enjoy them, and they're not drying out even though I forget that I own them, and they just sit there for like 6 months at a time. So that's nice. They're also that like triangle shaped barrel that's supposed to be more like ergonomically friendly or easier to grip or something, and it ends up just being like awkward to me. I don't know. My mom really likes triangle shaped pens, so I'm sure she would love these. Maybe I should give them to my mom. She'd probably really like them. Although, if I'm remembering correctly, my mom has a mountain of art supplies because she has kids that like to buy her art supplies, so maybe she does not need more art supplies. But I mean, is there really such a thing as enough art supplies? I mean, really? Alright, well, I got a little bit distracted and I ended up doing a lot of work on this guy without you guys. But I think he's pretty much done. I really like how he turned out, but I admit I kind of stopped worrying so much about him because I just can't cover over all those pencil lines. Wish me luck that I don't get another two-legged slime fire guy. Oh no. Oh no, that can't be good. Okay, so now since it is me, it is several days later. But just to remind you, we have Earth, six limbs, spikes, contemplative, four horns, ferret, with food. So, also just to warn you, I know I said I was going to do a sketchbook spread, but I really want to paint, so I'm going to bust out these 8x10 panels that I got from Blick, and we're going to paint on one of those puppies. Woo! Okay, so now all I've done is trace the shape of the board onto this so that I can get a better idea of what I want to draw. This is voiceover Annie Noodle here, and I have no idea why I just sounded so despondent at the idea of sketching a six-legged ferret, because I was really stoked about this. Like, I never stopped being excited about this ferret from the time I rolled up the character to, like, the very end of the painting. I loved it the whole way through. Okay, and then now we're going to take this carbon paper with the shiny side down and our sketch and transfer the sketch onto this wooden block. So here we have a pen. I'm actually only going to trace the parts that I'm worried about being permanent. So I'm not really going to worry about tracing these little blobs or the food. Those are just kind of there as ideas. But I want to make sure to get the ferret's face in the way I like it. I think we got it pretty okay. Okay, and so now we are starting the painting process. You can see I already did the background, and that's all you can see because my hand is totally blocking the view. But good news, I got my new computer and it's set up, and so I'm hoping that my video for next week is gonna be my first video that I've edited with my new computer using new editing software. And now that I'm saying that, that sounds a little bit crazy, but I'm gonna try it anyways. So one of the next few videos is gonna be hopefully a different kind of video, where I'll be able to have like multiple views because I have a camera that my friends are letting me use and then my phone. So I'm hoping that, yeah, to move more into editing and having multiple cameras and that kind of thing. Like, yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, so I am painting this entire thing with Turner acrylic gouache, which I love, actually. I have tried Holbein acrylic gouache now, and I prefer Turner. I don't know. The Holbein is actually like a little bit thicker, and it doesn't seem to retain its creamy consistency when I mix it with water. Here is the obligatory cat intermission. There is a cat butt coming up. I just thought I would warn you. There it is. Cat butt. And that is how she sits on my shoulder when I am trying to work at my desk. It is her tail in my face. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about is how much I struggled with the values in this painting. So, what I mean is the difference between the light places and the dark places, because if you look at that green, it's really not that different in value from the blue. And here I just have a different angle because I'm really particular about trying to smooth out my acrylic paint. I don't like brush strokes. So, oh, and I've heard that golden flat is really good for like having very smooth matte finishes. So I would like to try that someday, but I am not doing that now because honestly, I really love Turner acrylic wash and I just ordered a bunch more of it. Yes, I know I'm starting a no buy, but that doesn't start till the first of the year. And also, I am going to use these like crazy this winter. I can just tell. So yeah, what I was saying is that I was really struggling getting a good balance between um, the midground and the background and the foreground. Obviously, the foreground has a very dark colored ferret on it, so that's easy. But then I decided in the background, since what I originally had wanted was a much lighter blue sky, and then I mixed up a lighter blue, but being me, I did not mix up enough of the lighter blue. And so I had to go in and mix up more blue, and I ran out of white paint. So this is the blue I ended up with, and I'm pretty sure I show you how many things I ended up painting with the gigantic puddle of blue I mixed up. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. So yeah, there's no middle ground with me. It's either not enough or way, way, way too much. But I don't like wasting paint, so I just painted a whole bunch of backgrounds. It's fine. Um, so yeah, I did those cool like yellow highlights around the tree blobs because when I originally painted this, I wanted those to not even look like leaves. Like I was gonna paint them purple. Um, and then I ended up painting them green instead because I don't know, I just didn't think the purple would look cool with the ferret and then the blue background. I liked the idea of the green. Um, yeah, so I put the yellow glowy bits in there because A, it makes them look magical, and B, it helps you differentiate between the background and the midground. Yeah. So, in case you can't tell, there was another big jump there. It's really hard for me to paint details on camera because I like to awkwardly lean over with my old lady eyes so that I can see things better. But yeah, there's a lot of random food things now. Ooh, I got um Chloe Rose's Artistic Bear Co. brushes, and this is my first time getting to use them. And you can see that I was continuing to struggle with what colors I wanted to use. But the brush is really nice. So here I am going in and creating shadows on the little grass globe thing that our magical ferret is sitting on. And can I just tell you guys, like, I don't know what was up with me, but like that was such a huge struggle. Just so painting a sphere is like one of the first things you kind of learn how to do value-wise, and I don't know what it was. I was super struggling. I eventually got there. It's fine. I mean, I think part of it is that I wanted the background to be so flat, and then I made the ferret to be more dimensional, which is what I was planning on doing all along. And the food is dimensional, and then I was trying to figure out if I wanted the little planet thing to be more flat looking or more dimensional. And of course, I want it to have form because the ferret's sitting on it. Like, I don't know why I was struggling so bad. But it's just one of those days. Just sometimes you struggle. So here you can see one of the reasons why I don't necessarily always film me when I am painting fine details, and that is because I like to hold things up at an angle so I can see them better. And one of the reasons for that is that I have old lady eyes and I need to get bifocals. Here's the return of the tiny cat. Yeah, I forgot about this part. So if you watch her carefully, she does in fact turn around, and I think right here, yeah, yeah, there she goes, sitting in wet paint. Yeah, I don't even notice for a little bit. She's fine. Yeah, there we go. It's always green too. She is my only cat that gets into paint, and it's always the green paint. So this is me declaring the painting done. So once I sign it, I don't go back and mess with it, even if I see things that I want to fix later, because in my mind, it is finished and I don't want to touch it. I want to move on to other things. And here is our finished ferret friend. He is fluffy and fat and furry. So, and he has food. He hasn't picked out what food he wants yet. He's contemplating that. But I love how he turned out, guys. I would love it if you commented and told me what you think of our ferret friend. If you have a name for him, I would love to hear it because I haven't named him yet. Also, I am really trying to get my art out there and share it with more people. So if you liked and subscribed, that would be awesome. And now here's a tour of all the things that I painted blue with my ridiculous amount of blue paint that I mixed up. Um, one more thing. Yeah, there we go. And then here's a brief tour of the giant mess that my desk was in when I finished this. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.